Jebi the Mogul, and this is the Mogul view where I keep it real, keep it 100. So as you can see, I'm not in my normal settings. I'm not in the studio at the moment. I'm actually at a site. I'm into construction. I also sell land. So if you ever need a land in Ghana, just reach out to me. All right, so let's get straight to the chase. Why am I doing this video? I made it short. Someone had asked me a question about the difference between high life and Afrobeats, high life and Afrobeats. And what I'm about to tell you is not an official explanation or definition. It is just my own realization that I've come up with. I was able to, um, pay attention to both genres and be able to tell the difference between them. Now, Afrobeats, I'm from Ghana, so let me start with High Life. High Life, I believe, is more appealing to Ghanaians because that is all we know. That is what we have been listening to for some time now. And the way Ghanaians move, our music, the beats and everything is composed in a way that fits the way we like to dance and all that. At the same time, Ghanaians pay more attention to lyrics. They are more lyrically driven. So, for example, when I say lyrically driven, um, they pay more attention. Their stronghold is verses. They pay more attention to what they will say. So if you listen to some of our legends like Kodwentri, Dadalumba, Amachi the Day, all these people and Pabobo from the back in the day, all these people were doing music and they paid more attention to the lyrics before they could have maybe about even like three verses. And I believe that era, people were paying more attention to lyrics than these days. So when you listen to High Life and pay close attention to it, High Life is more lyrically driven. They pay more attention to lyrics. So the beat and everything is composed in a way that the people can actually express themselves lyrically, and at the same time, because of the way we move, because of the way we dance, the beat is designed to fit the way we dance. Now, Afrobeats, on the other hand, Afrobeat is a bit more free, open. When I say open, what do I mean by open? You see, when you are dancing to a Ghanaian song, if you don't really know how to move, you will find it very difficult to dance to a Ghanaian song. But when you are dancing to Afrobeat, because Afrobeat is all about vibration and a feeling, the beat does not restrict you so much. The beat is a bit free, it's a bit open. So anybody can move to Afrobeat songs. They don't have to necessarily know how to dance. They don't have to necessarily know how to dance. So, for example, when you look at in the diaspora, in the Western world, most white people don't have rhythm. They don't know how to dance. But when they are listening to Afrobeat, they are free. They are able to really move to it and vibe to it. They may be going off beat, but they still feel free because they are going off the vibration. You get me? They are going off the vibration. And another thing that differentiates Afrobeats from High Life is that Afrobeats is more melodically driven. What do I mean by melodically driven? They focus so much on melodies. They focus so much on the melodies. How can we make the people feel good? What can we say that will make it so easy for people to sing along? So they focus more on hooks and choruses. They may have a verse that may consist of 8 bars. Then the chorus will come in or a verse will come in. So Afrobeats is all about the rhythm and the melody. They don't spend talking too much on Afrobeat songs. Unlike High Life people, and like I said, Ghanaian people, we like to really express ourselves. We do it too much to the extreme. So, for example, last time I had mentioned a song that I believed should have been a major hit. Now, the problem is that this guy had a verse from the beginning of the song, and this verse lasted over 1 minute. And these days, people don't really have time to sit down and say that I'm listening to a song or a verse for 1 minute. They want to hear the chorus because the chorus is the eye to the music. The hook is the eye to the music. So this song by Creamy, the name of the song is Dede, D-E-D-E. Very beautiful song. But it took over 1 minute for the chorus to come in. By that time, someone would have skipped the song already. Because people want to hear the part that is so easy to sing along. So if you are doing a song and you have a long verse, anytime someone is on Apple Music and they are listening to Afrobeat song and your first verse is too long, before the chorus comes in, they may skip the song. Unlike Afrobeats, for example, there's a song called Annabella. Annabella, I think the name is Cade. Is it Cade or is it Kaid? Please help me out. This song is 2 minutes long, very short. And when you listen to the verse is about 8 bars or even less before the chorus actually comes in. If I ever hurt you, girl, I'm sorry. My Annabella no go leave me for low daddy. Very short verse. Then the chorus comes in. And guess what? The whole song is 2 minutes. But if you are doing or composing a song and the song is about 1 minute verse to begin with, the song is going to be very long, which people will lose interest in listening to it. So the difference, like I said, and very few people from Ghana, like Kelvin Boy, Kelvin Boy, Jackie, so many people are now learning how to compose songs that is very short for people to vibe to and then move on to the next one. But when you listen to majority of Ghanaian artists, their verses are too long. The experience that I had being in a studio is that when a Ghanaian is composing a song and you ask them to keep it at maybe 8 bars or maybe 12 bars, they feel like they haven't said enough. It's like they want to overly impress. But one thing you need to understand is that these days, people are not moved by lyrics. They are moved by melodies. They are moved by choruses. They are moved by hooks. So the more you spend time on verses, they will skip your song. They will skip your song. Because the more the verses, and you have a chorus and you have a hook, it is going to make the song very long. It is going to make the song very long. Another thing that I like to point out is that if you are an upcoming artist and you are making a song and your first verse is close to a minute long before a chorus comes in, guess what? No one knows you. Someone will skip it. Unless by God's grace, the verse is so melodic that it catches someone to just listen. But remember, you are trying to appeal to the masses. Me, I like verses. I like good verses that I can listen to. But when we are trying to sell music, you want to do something that appeals to the masses. And to be honest with you, it is not that many people that want to sit down and listen to a long verse. Most people just want to get straight to the chorus so that they can sing along. So the problem is, a lot of people in Ghana do a long verse and people don't have time to listen. Let's look at the Billboard and check out all the songs that are hits on the Billboard. These are short songs, easy to sing along, catchy. I am not saying that all your songs should be that way, but you just need to understand that if you are doing an album, you need a catchy song that will bring people to buy the album or to listen to the album. So you may have, maybe if you have 12 songs on your album, About 4 of them could be commercial songs, which will attract, which will draw people in, and the rest could be, if you're a conscious person, if you are a lyricist, you can have other songs on your album that consist of these things, so that the people who really fall in love with your art can listen to it. But if you want to draw people in and really enjoy the album, you need to give them a catchy song, a short, straight to the point, easy to sing choruses, hooks, melodies that will draw them in. But the problem that I've always encountered, I used to promote an artist, right? I used to not promote, I used to produce an artist. So I invested in him for about 6 months. But he didn't get the concept of what I am teaching now, which is stop trying to overdo verses. Keep it simple. Do not spend too much time on verses. A verse should at least, the longest, and yo, I'm not capping. You can listen to songs from Nigeria, listen to Cade, listen to so many other new guys. Songs do not, the first verse do not reach, it doesn't go beyond, the most is 40 seconds. The most is 40 seconds. Then the chorus comes in. If you spend too much time doing verses, people will skip your song. People will skip your song. Right now, it is kind of disrespectful for me to say, as we grow older, as the world evolves, people are becoming dumber. That is the wrong word to use, but that's what it is. People don't have that much attention span, a long attention span. So they are looking for songs that they can just vibe with and move on to the next one. But if you think that you are a lyricist, you want to show the world how lyrical you are, guess what? We have the fan base who love lyrics, but they are not many. Those people will not give you the money you are searching for. Let me give you a perfect example. Last time, there's a lady called Riala from Ghana. This lady made it to Nigeria. She had a great performance, but guess what? The Ghana media were not talking about it. The Ghana TV stations and radios were not talking about how she killed her performance in Nigeria. So my friend from the US hit me up and he was like, yo, how come they are not talking about this girl? You know, she performs better than Shatawale and the rest. So how come she doesn't get that publicity? And you know what I asked him? I asked him, who is more of a lyricist, Jay-Z or Carmen? Who is more of a lyricist, Jay-Z or Talib Kweli? And my friend said, Carmen or Talib Kweli, they are better than Jay-Z. I said, which one of them gets the most publicity, Jay-Z or Talib Kweli or Carmen? He said, unfortunately, Jay-Z. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that when it comes to popular music, you are trying to reach out to the masses. And in order to reach out to the masses, you have to, in a way, make the song easy to sing along and so that it will appeal to the masses. But if you focus too much on trying to do songs in a certain way, you will only reach out, or that means your target audience is very few people. Because how many people really sit down and listen to lyrics? No one. People don't. That many people don't. When you go to the clubs, no one wants to listen to a song that has like 3 verses. They want to listen to easy to sing along, very, very short songs so that the DJ can skip to the next song. But majority of these artists don't know these things. Another thing that I want to point out is arrangement of songs. If you fail to arrange a song the right way, your song may not be on rotation. Why do I say this? You may have a very catchy chorus, a very catchy hook, maybe a verse, that's okay. If you don't know when, where, and how to put the chorus and the hook and the verse, if you don't know the arrangement of these things, someone may listen to the first part of the song and skip it because you failed to put the part that will catch them, that will captivate them. You need to put the right content, the right part of the song that will pull people in. Once it pulls them in, they are in it for a long haul. They are in it for a long haul. So a lot of people have good songs, very beautiful songs, but they don't hit, all because of the composition. They failed to arrange the songs well. So let me give you an example. Someone like Wizkid, right? Wizkid can do whatever he wants to do. At this point in his career, Wizkid can do whatever he wants to do. Wizkid can come on a song, and all he will do is Starboy Day for you. You are still listening to it because you know it's two things. One, it is Wizkid, and two, is that it is melodic. It is melodic, so it is not boring. Starboy Day for you. He hasn't said anything, but you are still listening because it is melodic, and it is because it is Wizkid. He has already proven himself that he can have you waiting, but he will give you something good to listen to. Now, if you are an upcoming artist and you try these things, someone may not listen to it because they don't know you. They may not know you. They may not know you. So you cannot start a song and not put something catchy from the beginning. You understand? So arrangement of songs is very important. Arrangement of songs is very important. The mistake most artists from Ghana they make is that they fail to understand that the world is evolving. The attention span of people is reducing. So I cannot sing like how our people used to sing back in the day. No, that is not possible. You cannot sing like how Fela used to sing back in the day, and Fela will have a long verse before a chorus comes in. That's not happening. People are not willing to sit down and listen to a long verse. We need to try and understand, see business, you in this music industry, right? As an artist, you have to be a student of the game. You have to be a student of the game. Being a student of the game is always trying to update yourself with new information. Always trying to update yourself on what's more appealing to the fans. So, for example, right? Every year or every 6 months or whatever, there's a new term. So, do you guys remember that there was a term, swagger? So, even Rough and Smooth from Ghana made a song, she gets swagger, she be sweet like banana. Swagger came out and everyone was using it. Everyone was using it. As an artist, you have to make sure to know that the time that you are coming out and using that word is still in use, because there are times when the word will fade out, and when you use that word, people will realize that you are not up to date. These young guys, they are always coming up with new terminologies, and when you use the right terminologies, that's when you are able to connect with the new generation. So, for example, somebody like Sarkodie is always paying attention to the youth. Sarkodie is always trying to find out what is going on with the youth that he can tap in and stay relevant. If you don't pay attention to what's going on the streets, what's going on what's going on with the youth, what is considered as being cool, and even when it comes to appearance, you have to appeal. If your music is to try and attract the youth and be in tune and try to go with what is going on, you have to pay attention to how the youth is dressing, what the words, the type of words they're using. Because if you don't use the right words and you still think swagger and all those old song, all those terminologies are still, you fail. No one will connect. They will not connect with your music because they will realize that you are not up to date. So in this industry, one has to be a student of the game. If you are not a student of the game, you will not last in this industry. People wonder why Sarkodie has been able to stay relevant in Ghana for so long. That is because Sarkodie is willing to learn. Sarkodie is willing to check his ego when it comes to, maybe there's a new sensation, that an artist that just came out. Sarkodie doesn't care how old that artist is or how old that artist is. He's willing to work with that artist and tap into the fame, which re-energize or puts him back on top. Because now the new guys will be like, hey, I like Black Sherif. Sarkodie just made a song with Black Sherif. Let me go and listen to it. That's how you gain new fans, and that's how you stay in this game for a long time. Another problem that we Ghanaians, our artists, have is that they fail to understand that what do you call it? I'm losing my thought. They fail to understand that. Give me a second. I'm a bit distracted at the moment. Like I told you, I'm at the site, so I have people around. I just wanted to do this live just to vibe with y'all. Just hold on for a second, please. So artists in Ghana, right? Yes, I just got my thought. Artists in Ghana think that when you write your own lyrics and you do your own beats, you are considered the best or whatever. But let me ask you this. How many times has Neo written for someone like Michael Jackson, Beyonce, and the rest? So many times. Akon even worked with Michael Jackson. So if you are an artist and you are failing to understand that, you know what? Sometimes I need to reach out to someone else to write me a song, you fade out very soon. We have artists like Stonebwoy, Shatawale, and some other people who feel like they don't need to have writers write for them. But how come you see the competition is not strong in Ghana? If the competition was very strong, these people will not last in the industry. Because for you to be able to stay relevant and bring out hot songs all the time, it will get to a point where your style will fade. You will need new people to write for you to be able to stay relevant. The reason Ghanaian artists are at a liberty and they choose to write whatever, they don't allow people to write for them, is because they don't have producers. Because just imagine if a record label is putting money in you, they would tell you that, you know what? Let's buy a song from this writer. Let's bring this producer. Let's choose songs from here. Before we even release your song, we have something called A&R, which is artist and repertoire. These people actually sit down and they debate and they try to tell you, okay, if we put this song out, this song will be a hit. Let's not go with this one. Let's keep this one in the chamber. Let's drop this one in 6 months' time. Then we drop this. Okay, this artist, the way you look, this is how you should go out. See, let me give you an example. You know Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston comes from the ghetto. Whitney Houston did not come from the suburbs. Whitney Houston came from the ghetto. But his management wanted to sell her as a girl coming from the white neighborhoods. So they made her present herself as, the suburb girl, the good girl. But Whitney Houston was doing her thing, was smoking, doing drugs and doing all that. But the producers, the record label, portrayed her as someone who was a good girl, the girl next door. That is how they portrayed her. Because they knew that if Whitney Houston sticks to R&B is only being listened to by the few. But if Whitney Houston goes with pop song is being listened to by the whole world. It will go far. And the way she portrayed herself, they'll be like, oh, that's a good black girl. So it's a mind game. So if you are in this game and you've been in this game for some time and you are failing for people to write for you, if you think you know it all, you won't allow people to even write then you don't understand show business. You do not understand show business. Because if you understood show business and you are a student of the game, you will come to a realization that when the song is a hit, it doesn't matter who wrote it. The song, the credit is given to who sang the song, unless when it comes to the payment of royalties, then they will credit the singer and all that. But the people who are consuming the song or the music, they don't care about who wrote the song. All they care about is this a song? Is this a vibe? Is this a good song for me to vibe with? When I go to the club and I'm listening to songs, do you think I care about who wrote the song? I don't care. That is the reason why most of our Ghanaian artists are not getting up there, because they want to stay writing their own songs. They want to keep writing their own songs. That is a problem. You cannot do it all. God is not lefty. When I say God is not lefty, what I'm trying to say is that God is not biased, or should I say bias? God is not biased. God tries to give each person a unique talent. And since we are in this world, we are supposed to utilize everyone. We may have someone who is able to sing very well and at the same time write, but they are very few. God has given the voice to someone, and he's also given the voice to another. He's also given the writing ability to another person. So let's try and understand division of labor. If we understand division of labor, it will really help to grow our industry. But if people don't want to spend the money that they get from streaming and all that, pay professionals to write you a song, pay professionals to play you a beat, then the industry will never grow. The industry will be stagnant in the same place and will keep complaining. Our brothers from Nigeria, they are doing it well. We have to follow them. We have to learn from them. We have to understand that, these people know how to do it better than we do. Why don't we just learn from them and get to the level where we aspire to be? Why don't we just emulate what they are doing? You see, sometimes I listen to books. I listen to books online and I learn stuff from there and I come and share it. When I share it, you guys may comment, oh, you are so smart, you are so this. Do you know where I got it from? You don't know where I got it from, but you give me the credit. But if I come here and I say, oh, I will not learn from anywhere, and I come here and I always tell you my mind, eventually you say that I've run out of ideas. I need to go and then read more. I need to do that. Then that's what human beings we are supposed to do. We don't know it all. So follow he who knows road. You already know what the name is. My name is Jebi Mogul. I'm going to leave you here because I have a job to do. I have a job to inspect. I have a job to supervise. May God bless you all. If today is the first time listening to me, please subscribe to my channel. All right. Have a wonderful day. Peace.